here we go. Stage 2 of October's race series. I did race stage 1 last week. I didn't do great. I think I finished top 20. Yeah, last week's race, I had just come out of not feeling great over the weekend, and I did record that race. I did mention, I wasn't feeling my best. Maybe I was still fighting something. Well, yeah, a couple days after the race, I found out I had shingles. So, yeah, I would say I was fighting something. So, my 37-year-old body decided it was time for shingles. I had it from the crown of my head all the way down to my eye on the left side. And I had to go to the doctor, get antiviral medicine. I had to go to the eye doctor because apparently you can permanently lose vision when it goes to your eye. I am lucky, I guess. It did not get to the point of attacking my eye. So I guess I caught it soon enough and got antiviral medicine and stopped that from happening. So that's good. But yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was in some of the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. Not good at all. By Sunday, pain was gone pretty much. I had been off the bike since when I raced stage 1 on that Tuesday. I was not able to post the video because with everything else going on, I didn't have the time, mental energy, or anything to, actually put the video together and post it. So, by Monday, I was feeling pretty good, so I did a zone 2 effort on Monday, and that felt fine, no problems. So I actually did attempt this race this past Tuesday. I did not make it. I made it to the second lap, and I just didn't have anything left to give. So, that's normal. Your body fights something, and takes a while to get back into form. So I'm not holding my breath for today, but on Tuesday I dropped out of the race and I went and followed Maria, the robot pacer, for an hour instead. Today I'm going to finish the race no matter where I finish, because I'm not going to attempt this race again. And at least I'll have posted some time for this race. Yeah. Relatively flat race, but there's a few places where it does ramp up. So, that'll be fun. But I know where those places are. I know where I'll need to push. I'm just hoping the legs hold out till the end. I probably should have spent this week resting too, but can't stay off the bike. You lose everything. But maybe I probably shouldn't be doing these races. That's alright. Right? You feeling good? It's fine. Famous last words. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we do. actually surprised there's about as many people in this race as there was on Tuesday. So that's good. I was mostly thinking it'd be smaller, maybe less than 100, but we're at 156 people. Tuesday was 157. So should mean a good pace, good overall speed, good overall time. Once we get to the bridge, it's going to stay at 1% gradient for a while. If you're curious to what gradient I'm currently in at any given time, look at the mini map in the top right corner. There's a little number and a percent sign. Right now it's saying 0%, 1%, 0%. You look there, you can see how steep of a climb I'm on at any given moment. So, and it's color coded too, so it turns red when it's super steep. Well, maybe not super steep, but when it starts getting steep. Fall into the back, trying to conserve my legs. But as we're getting close to a tiny climbing section, I should be closer to the front. I do not like my heart rate's already in the 170s. That is not normal by this time. Alright, it's gonna ramp up after this turn to around 5%. It's short though. But then we end the lap with some rollers. So yeah, right up there. Just a little kicker. When we get past the sprint banner, we get into some rollers to finish out the route. And then we did it one more time. We're about to get our first power up. Once we go through the gate. Another little ramp, 6%. Alright, first lap done. I'm pretty sure I feel better than I did at this point on Tuesday. So, that's a good sign. On Tuesday, I didn't even make it to the ramps on the second lap. I already died. So, looking up. Heart rate still got higher than it should, but you know, still recovering from shingles. Today is my last day of the antiviral medicine. I had to take that for 7 days. So, I was joking with my wife. Hopefully, I haven't been fighting off other illnesses in the meantime, and they're just waiting for the antiviral to get out of my system so they can strike and make me sick. So, hoping that's not the case. I do think this pace is a little slower than what they did on Tuesday. So, Maybe my feeling better, my legs feeling better, it's because of that. I mean, I'm sure it's partly because of that, but I hope it's also they feel better as some of my fitness has come back. So let's just focus on that bit of information. Yeah, remain positive. I'm getting stronger. Shingles can't beat me. Did you know I can do a pretty good evil laugh? I don't know if I can do it while exercising. Let's see. Nope. Nope, can't do it. Sorry. Another time. I promise you, it's pretty good. Alright, now that we've all had a little laugh, lighten the mood a little bit here. Woo! Legs are still holding on. It's gonna get rough though. Those steeper gradients is where they're gonna try and push to drop people. Yeah, on this sand area was where I dropped out on Tuesday. Legs were shot. Today, they're okay. Heart rate's high. Legs haven't given out yet. right. Timed that well. Covered. Almost to the end. 2 miles. Let's hope for an arrow. Arrow power up. That'd be nice for the finish. Draft boost. Oh well. Still helpful. That hurt. Well, I finished. Woo! Whew. Well, I finished with the group. That's a big plus. So, yeah. Group might be a little bit slower than Tuesday, but I think my fitness has bumped up a bit here now after Shingles. Certainly not where it was, but that's okay. It's on the way up, which is a sign, a good sign. I'm sure a lot of you cyclists know that being off the bike, even for a week, and I mean literally off the bike, no easy spins, nothing, just sedentary resting for a week. How quickly your top end power disappears. Only takes a week, but I found that it usually comes back in about a week or two. Just push yourself some, and then you'll see it come back. No worries. But you do have to be careful about pushing yourself when your body's still fighting something, because that's just asking for a relapse or another illness or something else to come along and knock you back down. So be aware of that. That's why on Monday I tested the waters with a Zone 2 workout. Zone 2 is great. It helps at a mitochondrial level improve the efficiency of your body. So your body burns fat better as a fuel source. It trains your slow twitch muscle fibers so that you'll use more of those as you get into the higher zones. So, it's one step up from a recovery ride, but it's 2 steps down from FTP. So I tried that on Monday, figuring it would still be hard and it would wipe me out. It did not. I did 70 minutes on the trainer, which is a pretty good number. When I don't have much time, I usually just do an hour, or if I'm not feeling right as I get started, I just shoot for an hour. But my ultimate goal is 90 minutes. Last winter, I had gotten that up to 2 hours. So, yeah. Did that Monday, felt pretty good. So I thought I could try and do a race. Well, that didn't work out. But I still made the most of my time and followed a robot pacer for an hour after the attempted race. I worked all day yesterday, so I was not on the bike. I figured, well, today's the last day and I'm gonna have time or want to try and do this week's race. So thought I'd give it another go today, and if I failed miserably, I'd still finish it no matter what space I got. Yeah, I got 30th. It'll probably bump up on Zwift Power. Usually some people get disqualified for various reasons. So I might be 28th, maybe 26th. We'll see. But the positive thing is, coming out of Shingles, 30th place out of 156. I'm cool with that. I finished with the front group. I could time my sprint better at the end and made a few more spots. Maybe could have made 10 more spots. But, at the end there, that was about where my legs were starting to conk out. The other thing you might have seen on that final route, on the 2 little kickers, I timed the climb well. So this is where knowing the route comes into play, or just paying really good attention to the road up ahead. But because smart trainers, generally, some of the new ones have gotten better at this, but a lot of smart trainers have a delay. You start putting down more power, it takes a second or two for that power to register in Zwift. So it's good to anticipate climbs and push harder, right before the gradient ramps up, So that way you already have momentum and your watts are already up high. But on the Smart Trainer with a delay, you have to do that a bit earlier than you would think, so that the power registers right before the gradient ramps up. So I did that correctly on those 2 ramps. As you saw what happened. I wasn't pushing super hard, but I launched up to the front of the group each time. So if you can time that right, it's a big help. Because if you wait until the gradient starts and you start seeing people pull away from you and then put down the power, it's too late. You're going to fall back. And that's usually what happens when you're not paying attention. And that happens to me. Because when I'm working hard, my attention wavers. And it's hard to focus. I do have ADD. And then the hard efforts makes it even harder to focus. So a lot of times when I'm not paying attention, that'll happen to me. And then what happens is you have to work even harder. You have to put out even more watts than you otherwise would have. It's just to catch up to the group. Whereas I was doing 350 maybe, and launched me to the front of the group, no problem. And then I could back off a little bit because I was already pretty much at the top of the hill and I was already at the front of the group. I could back off and still recover. Whereas a lot of other times at the top, I have to, gear one higher and then push hard again to have the momentum going downhill to either catch up with the group or work my way further into the group. So yeah, very important if you can time that right, which is a huge benefit to doing a race recon. I recommend watching someone on YouTube who's done the race before you. That way you can see the race dynamics. You can see where that group is likely to push, where they're not going to push. But there are ride-along videos on YouTube. If you look at Zwift Insider, you can see route details for every single route in Zwift. You can learn where stuff is. And then there's usually a link to a ride-along video and you can physically see the route, and it's sped up so you don't have to sit around and watch the whole thing. And then on YouTube you can even, it's already being played at 1 time or 2 times speed, but on YouTube you can double the speed of the video, so then you can watch it at 4 times speed, so it won't take very long to watch a whole route. And just pay attention to where ramps and climbs, and because that's usually where people are going to try and separate the group. So very important to do a race recon beforehand. Anticipate those climbs by pushing harder a bit before the gradient starts. And I'm saying that as someone who's not perfect, someone who's not good at it, someone who is not even a category B, who I haven't won a race in a long time. I think last year was the last time I actually won a race. There's various reasons for that. I haven't even podiumed in a long time. I'm impressed if I can get top 10. And that's all right. I don't necessarily do this to win. I do this to get faster and fitter. All right, well, I'm probably going to go follow a robot pacer, burn off the rest of my carbs that I took in for this race, empty the tank, and then go back to resting. So I'll hopefully see you all for next week's race on Tuesday, and hoping for some better results. Alrighty, friends. Have a wonderful day.